Una para kuha na itong medium. Sabi mga lakaw ba? Oh, thank you. Bugoy na bata.
Okay, sugod na ta. Okay, good morning everyone. Warm welcome to DXIM, Radyo Pilipinas, Cagayan de Oro. Warm welcome to PCOO Secretary Martin Andanar. Welcome home again to Cagayan de Oro Sector. So, daghan kayo ta karon, no? We are full house here at DXIM. So, we also have guests, I think, from the Zamboanga media, from Dipolog. Naglakaw na sila. Okay. So, to start with, atong sambasahon ang atong friends from the media who are here with us. Pamela Orias from Sunstar. Jasper Marie Ruca, PIA 10, si Jam. Apipa Bagumbaran, Pips, sorry. Wilmer Carandang, Limax Felicilda, Mency Montes, Michael Bustamante from Bombo Radyo, Joanna Ricote, nakapaba mo ba? Chris Shalana, Richard De La Cruz, Ebony Olavides, Sian Sulugan, Alan Mediante, Irene Dayo from PIA, Ella Rivera, Rod Bolivar, Jay Burth, Kairat, Mark Francisco, and Lawrence Gaalde. So welcome sa atong PIA family headed by Director Frank Gumapon, ug ang iyang staff, and of course ang atong DXIM Radyo Pilipinas team who are all here with us. So wala naman siguro nalimta, no? Did I miss somebody? So later na lang sa atong question and answer. So to start with, let's ask the opening statement from our dear PCOO Secretary Martin Andanar. Sec.
Salamat kayo ditas, salamat sa atong mga kauban diri sa DXIM, Radyo Pilipinas, Cagayan de Oro City, Philippine Information Agency, Philippine News Agency, and of course ang atong mga kabaro diri sa private media sa Cagayan de Oro City. Mayong buntag kanatong tanan. Good morning pod sa mga naminaw nato karon sa atong radio station. We are broadcasting live.
Yes, sir.
From DXIM.
DXIM 936 kilohertz.
936 kilohertz, Cagayan de Oro City, Radyo Pilipinas. I just arrived from a very productive meeting with Archbishop Ledesma, Nagstoria Megania, matters of how to help our communities, especially the disadvantaged communities sa convergence areas na pwede natong tabangan para atong masulban ang problema dili sa mga areas na galisod ng atong mga kababayan. As part of the Cabinet Officer for Regional Development and Security, as you know, I was appointed by the President months ago to be the CORDS, or Cabinet Officer for Regional Development and Security, here in Region 10. We have several CAPDER, or convergence areas, that we can work for peace and development. Prior to that, I met with Congressman Uy. We also had a very meaningful discussion o gyapon kung saon og sulbat sa atong mga problema labi na diri sa Cagayan de Oro City o sa Region 10. So I just flew in from Korea also with President Rodrigo Duterte. We had a very successful trip to Korea. It was the ASEAN and Korea Commemorative Summit held in Busan, South Korea, wherein our government was able to communicate the interests of the Filipino people sa ASEAN and Korea. At the same time was able to sign 3 memoranda of agreement in the field of tourism, in the field of agriculture, and also in the field of social development. And then afterwards, after that trip, the next day, I attended a bilateral meeting with my Russian counterpart in Manila, and we were able to discuss, among other things, media cooperation and training in Moscow, Russia, the same way that we have dunatay mga training with China. I understand na dunatay napadala din sa Cagayan de Oro City, sa Butuan, o iban pang mga lugar na mga media workers para mag-training to China, and soon we will be able to send trainees also to the Russian Federation. Last night, I also witnessed the awarding of different cities for being child-friendly, and we would like to congratulate Mayor Oka Moreno and the rest of Cagayan de Oro City for winning the award. So palakpakan nato ang atong syudad. Adawag na punta, Presidential Award, for being a city that really cares for the children. Today, I would like to thank all of you for, as usual, na amo dere para na atong
Okay, Mark.
Good morning, Secretary. Good morning, Mr. Secretary. Mark Francisco, Business Week Mindanao. May we know, sir, kasi mga specifics na nasabutan ninyo sa Archdiocese? Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Mark, for the question. Dunay wapo na project ang Archdiocese of Cagayan de Oro, which is a feeding program para matabangan katong mga malnourished and undernourished children, and also undernourished mothers and lactating mothers. This is a program that's been in the pipeline. It's been in operation under the Archdiocese for the last 9 years, and as the CORDS, we are working closely together with not only with the regional offices para masulbat niya itong problema sa insurgency, but we are also working closely with NGOs. If you remember, I was here a few weeks ago for the meeting of the regional task force and the non-profit organizations and other NGOs and private companies, because solving the problem of insurgency under the Executive Order number 70 or the task force to end local communist armed conflict requires a whole of nation approach. which means dili na siya military, dili na po siya civilian government. Appeal dire ang mga private companies o guban pang mga members sa civil society.
Okay, next question. Secretary, maayong gusto sa buong Lawrence, sa buong Radyo. Doon po akong pangutana ang una sa Astro at sa Accord sa Region 10. Ahan karon sa LCAC na kining mabalaan naman nato karon ang kaluya sa mga CNTs o communist anti-terrorist karong panahon na unsa ka ligo ng cooperation sa mga LGU officials.
Thank you, Bambo Lawrence. It was just a week ago na nag-command conference si Presidente with the Philippine National Police and Armed Forces of the Philippines and the LCAC, including yours truly as the ports of Region 10. And I'm very happy to say, very proud to say that ang Region 10 maoy pinaka-aggressive or mopod ang nanguna na rehiyon sa programa ni Presidente sa EO70 or NTF LCAC. And I would like to congratulate everybody here, the media, including the government media and the private media, and also Regional Director Myla Carino ng atong NEDA diri sa Region 10, si Regional Director Agabe ng DILG, atong mga generals, sila General Gakal, sila ni General Bogie sa Bukidnon, because they work so hard para may mong successful ang atong pag-implementar ng National Task Force to End Local Communist Armed Conflict. You all know the news, kamo may permi ka balita na dagan mga rebel returnees, diba? Dagan rebel returnees nga muuyon sa atong LCAC. They go back to the government, they're given projects, they're given livelihood, they're given opportunities to the ECLIP. And the President knows all of the successes of Region 10. That's why ang atong Region 10 or RTF, LCAC there is Region 10 has become the model of the entire RTF in the whole Philippines.
Last question. Secretary, kung karon ang media, ang social media, lubot karon tungkol sa issue sa SEA Games. According to Speaker Cayetano, ang dunay sabutan sa media para ibalita ang mga bad news lamang sa SEA Games. Sa reaction ni mo ni Secretary?
Ang akong reaction dia, Lawrence, is to be very optimistic, very positive, and proactive to make this SEA Games national success. Now, the success of one is a success of everybody. It is not only the success of one person, but it is also the achievement of the entire nation. More than the games that we play, it is really the pride as a whole nation that we can show not only in our country but to the rest of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations and also the rest of the world that we can host an event like this. So kung ato po din siyang birahon na muratag crab, as in the crab mentality, kita po tanan mo'y apildi. So we win as one, and if we lose, then we also lose as one. So ang akong pangutana sa publiko, do you want to win as one or do we want to lose as one? Of course, we want to win as one Filipino, a community of Filipinos nga gusto nga mulambo ang atong nasod.
Secretary, good morning, sir. Menzo Matas from IFM Aramin Cavite Oro City. Sir, Bago ka naka-mention, ikan mo sa South Korea yung Presidente Rodrigo Duterte. First na ako question, kumusta ang health ni Presidente? Kung sa karoon na si makuha ba siya yung pagbati ng mga tapos, kumusta po dahil ika-mention na i-rehab ang mga PBS sa Pilipinas. Magkasagad na ang Cagayan de Oro. Kanina, Philippine Broadcasting Service sa Radyo Pilipinas, i-rehab diri. Kasi may tabo, sir, kung i-rehab, maka-shutdown ba for pila ka months or another broadcasting na?
First of all, the President is in the pink of health. I repeat, the President is healthy to finish his term. And he will finish it with flying colors. And the trip to South Korea is an example. It's actually a showcase of how the president can work. Because from South Korea, pagbalik niya sa Pilipinas, dire-diretso trabaho, dagang kay siya activities. Antod karong adlaw, as we speak, dagang sa activities. And tomorrow, sa opening ng SEA Games. And I saw the schedule, punishing you kayo yung schedule. Secondly, your question has got to do with the rehabilitation of the radio station. Fortunately, we do not have to turn off the transmitter. We do not have to close the radio station because the rehabilitation has got to do with the studio. So namidala na bagong mga mikropono, bagong mga earphones, may bago na mga console, mixer, acoustic boards, mga soundproofing, etc. And pareha itong sa Butuan, for example, no? Butuan, it took 27 years or 26 to 27 years bago siya ma-upgrade. Bagong computer, bagong tanan, no? So, biro mo, ang computer sa una, aras Pentium 1, Pentium 2, Pentium 3, karaan na kayo. Now, in Kalbayog, 37 years. It took 37 years bago ma-rehabilitate. And I'm very, I'm very proud to say that we have started the rehabilitation actually way before this radio rehab. Kaya daga naman tayo rehabilitate sa Manila at sa Banpang Station. But this one, ang mga regional na mga radio stations may atong tutukan. So, kung mo taga Cagayan de Oro, dili mahimo na din nato i-appeal Cagayan de Oro kay mas hindi na ako interview ni Jitas dili hindi na ako on air kung dili na ako i-appeal sa project ng atong radio rehabilitation. Now, it will not stop with the 26th or 27th PBS radio station. Ang plano nato sa radio rehab ato ning ipadayon sa tanan na nanginahanglan ng mga private radio stations sa regions, sa provinces. Kay kabalumang ko na so many of us here, and so many operators of radio stations are operating out of passion, out of love for the radio station. Bisag wa nakita, operate lang gyapon. So we are here to the radio rehab is here to affirm the commitment of government, the commitment of radio buffs, that there is still a future for radio, and there are still radio avid listeners, and as long as there are listeners, and as long as there are passionate people who would want to further radio broadcasting and press freedom, then there will also be passionate benefactors who are willing to help.
Kasi may tabo sa Cagayan de Oro, sir, kay Cagayan de Oro karon is dili sa AM, mas magod accessible magod karon ang FM. So ang Cagayan de Oro ba nagplano ba po niya both AM and FM then sa set up, sir?
Should I tell them details already or we'll just wait for the official announcement and say Unsay plano?
It's your concept.
Well, there is already equipment for FM station. That equipment was reserved for Cagayan de Oro until hanggang doon lang muna. I want Director Bong Aportadera to be able to announce it officially. We are excited about that project.
Thank you, sir.
First quarter.
Next question. Good morning, sir. Chris from Sunstar.
Hi, Chris.
Sir, you mentioned also nga na yung mga other private na mga radio station na i-appeal po na to?
Yes, because I believe, as I said earlier, that there are numerous private community radio stations all over the country that need upgrading of equipment. So, as a radio lover, a radio buff, that is an advocacy of mine to be able to help radio stations that are in need of help. You know, for the radio announcers here, radio reporters, it encourages one, it inspires one to work every day, to work harder. If you know that your microphone is at least it's state of the art, new, your headphones are new, your acoustic boards are new, it gives a certain feeling of exhilaration, excitement. And I know you understand what I mean. So, okay.
You mentioned, sir, na selected na, so how will you select?
We will select it depending on geographic location, and number two, depending on the state of the studio. Kung ang state of the studio is nakaraan na gid ba? Kanang more than 20 years na lugar na wapagin na bago ang computer, etc. So we will draw the requirements so that we can do it. But as much as possible, we can do this in all of the more than 80 provinces in the Philippines.
Sir, another sir. Also one, sir, regarding sa typhoon yes, Amuri. So, ready ba ang government, sir, regarding ani kay murag mag-siya sa parts sa Luzon, especially nga natong issue?
Oo. Or ready ang government ani, ang ato mga agencies sama DSWD, ng NDRMC or mga regional disaster councils, ato mga local government units, ato AFP, PNP. Doon na yung mga naka-standby na mga tao para makatabang o para po ma-warningan sakto ang atong mga kababayan na may go-an yung typhoon.
Sir?
Alan.
Ellen.
Sir, good morning. Madam Ellen Vera from Radyo. Sir, I would like to ask, regarding lang po sa, kung question ako sa question, kanang pila ba ang inyong itala nga budget about nga, sir, kanang rehab?
Depende. Ang radio rehab diri sa Cagayan de Oro is actually you can break it down to two phases. Phase 1 is today, which is the studio. The second phase is the one that we mentioned earlier, na doon ay giabot ng mga equipment for FM introduction. Para sa first phase, pila may atong 250,000. Pila mga computers, etc. But for the equipment with the transmitter, mas mahal siya.
Sir, pila ba big ang inyong target ng mga radio stations dito sa CDA?
ang target nato nationwide, ang mga PBS stations, 27. Pero, minus na diya ang ang Radyo Pilipinas 1, Radyo Pilipinas 2 sa Metro Manila. So, 25 na lang. Tapos, minus na to ang Calbayog, minus na to ang Butuan. So, 23 na lang. Yan de Oro. So, 22 na lang ang nabilin. And, ako po, I will continue to talk to some good friends. Ambassador Zhao of the People's Republic of China already left for China, but they have committed another batch of equipment for another 10 radio stations. So, and the new ambassador also is willing to help us, plus other friends from other embassies and private sector.
Last na lang, sir. Sir, kung marami kami uban mga radio stations, sir, hindi sila malakit niya ng mga sir. Sa kayo may ito, sir?
Unsa?
Kaya po natin yung mga radio stations na ibang hindi sila malakit ang yung programa, sir. Sa kayo may ito sila, sir?
Private?
Private? Sa private?
Mga benefits ba or sa pag-ibig?
Sa among siguruhon na tanan government radio stations, malakit yun, appeal sa radio rehabilitation. Now, for the private rehabilitation, we know that it's impossible to rehabilitate all private radio stations that need rehabilitation. So that's why we need to select properly, perhaps one radio station per province sa atong ambisyon. And then eventually, pag nalimutan nato ang 80 provinces and being able to rehabilitate 80 or 81 private radio stations, then we'll ask for more help from our good friends, from the Good Samaritans. Thank you. Greg.
Secretary, ako lang po kay nakita na ito karon sa ikaw ang chairman karon sa kaning antay pasunod ito mo yung PE. Nagpiruman ta. Nagkatong si Chief pero nagbato ni Darusa ang Chief PNP ng dako ang nabuhat sa PNP. Nanabatay na pisin nga may Chief PNP sa pagkakaroon.
Wala pa.
Pareho kandidat ni General Patrick nga siya ito hindi pumatong wala na ang kulatong magpagdaon sa panahon ng tinitiro ng Batuliro. Sa may siguro kung magka-retrigger po kami Presidente.
Naingon lagi si Presidente na naglisod siyang pili o sunod na PNP chief because the President is looking for the ultimate honest person, honest man. Pagkakaroon, murag wa pa may announcements Presidente, gulat lang ta sa iyang desisyon.
Sir, paano yung update on your project in
Oh, yeah. I am happy to announce that the Senate has approved the budget of the Presidential Communications Operations Office, and so with the approval of Congress and the approval of the Senate, we wait for the BICAM. And then after the BICAM, the budget shall be forwarded to the President, the GAAC, the General Appropriations Act, for his signing. And but nevertheless, 99% sure na madayon na gyud ang pinakauna na Government Strategic Communications Academy, the first in the nation, and it will be established here in Region 10 in Manolo Fortich, Bukidnon, and all of you will have the first crack to train at the National Strategic Communications academy here in your beloved region. So congratulations to all of you.
Mayong sa ibon Rodriguez sa Brigada News. Ko lang follow up atong sa pag-select o PNP chief na bagong may linom ng ni President Duterte kagabi na naglisod siya ang pangita o honest nga musunod ng PNP chief o niya hindi siya gusto na ang musunod is kanina ay bahid sa corruption o natiwalian. Does that mean sir nga atong magipang recommend ni DILG Secretary Anyo o nakitaan niya o something na ay bahid sa corruption natutulong ang general?
Well, it is public knowledge nga nagka-problema si General Anyo tungod sa kaso nga gilabay niya katong 2013. So, ang gusto ni Presidente nga ang sunod na PNP chief wala ing ana na kontrobersiya.
At karon background check pa ito niya tulog sa general.
Yes, tanan background check na necessary gabuhaton ni Presidente karon, and he is keeping his cards close to his chest.
Alok lang dahil sir ka ng time mga question sa panaytabo na ako sa initaw na explosion nabay ng si President Duterte nga paghatag tabang sa katong polis nga namatay o katong nasamdan o katong pagkuban ng mga civilian doon nga nasamdan.
Automatic na basta doon ay police or sundalo ma-injure o mapatay tungod ng mga explosion, mga bomba, doon na ayuda gikan sa Malacanang.
Hindi siya mag-visit?
I don't know yet.
Good morning, sir. Sean, sa Pilipinas sa podcast meeting. Clarify na lang po, sir, kung nasa mula sa simbahan feeding program lang.
It's a good question. Kay doon na may regional task force nga fourth quarter meeting karong December 13. But before that, doon na yung mga preliminary meetings between the regional task force and NGOs apilang simbahan. That is just one of the agreements. One of the possible convergence areas for cooperation. Ang feeding program na project ng Archdiocese, because it's a very successful program. They were able to improve the nutrition of children and mothers in different areas in Region 10. So, if you have a program that's successful, that's worth replicating, it's better to do that than looking for another program na wapay proof ba na may mugwan na may mug successful. So this is not only a proof of concept, this is basically a successful program headed by the Archdiocese and the Assisi Foundation in Manila. So ang buhaton karon, since we have a whole of nation approach, we will adopt the program sa atong RTF with the help of the manpower of government, national and local, to replicate this program in more affected barangays. That's just one of the programs. Dagan pa kayo. The Archbishop is just one of the important people that I met today, and I will be meeting more in the days to come.
Kung ano sa mga depressed area, kung mga identify ng mga barangay sa apil ang bahan, apil na sa inyo?
Yes. In fact, we have already identified vulnerable areas. Morning mga convergence areas for peace and development. Na-identify na nila ni Director Myla, identify na ng Director Agabe, identify na ng PNP, ng AFP. So it's just a matter of writing it down. And katong mga NGO nga gusto mo tabang, mupili lang sila kung asa nila gusto i-apply ang ilang program, and the government will be there to support them. Thank you. The photo that you see in front of you is the architectural design for the National Government Strategic Communications Academy. Now, it will look somehow like that, pero of course there will be changes along the way. It will sit on a 2-hectare property, usufruct by the municipality of Manolo Fortits, by Mayor Clive Quino, and we are looking forward to implementing this project once the funds are released next year.
Okay, no more questions. So, Sec, before I ask for your closing statement, I would like to express my deepest gratitude for everything that you are doing to our station. Thank you for rehabilitating DXIM Radyo Pilipinas Cagayan de Oro. It really feels so good to be working in a newly refurbished, newly rehabilitated announcer's booth and studio. It's like breathing in fresh air and breathing in a new life in our daily broadcasting. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome, ma'am. At you're welcome po sa mga kauban nato din sa Radyo Pilipinas. And I salute you. I salute all of the government media workers for being able to maintain the equipment that you have along all these years. You make it a point that you deliver timely news, public service to the public, despite the odds. You're there, and I know that it is because of your commitment to this profession. And again, every time I see people like you, like our colleagues inside the booth and in front of us, the energy is actually nakakahawa. It's contagious, and I'd like to just maintain it that way, and hopefully more of us can also inspire people who would want to be journalists one day or broadcasters by the things that we do today. So mabuhay ang PBS, mabuhay ang media diri sa Cagayan de Oro, mabuhay tantanan. Congratulations otro sa atong halangdon na Mayor Oka Moreno sa iyang bagong award, and of course mabuhay si Presidente Duterte. Salamat.
Salamat sa tanan. Thank you very much for attending our press conference. And by the way, Sec, please extend our thanks to the Chinese government for their donation.
Thank you.
Photo ops with Secretary Martin.
Local media muna.
Local media.